So, thank you for joining us, everyone. This is Claim the Stars, our Savage World sci-fi role-playing campaign, where we're kind of this is our spacefaring campaign set in the 28th century of humanity's future. The players are all a crew aboard the Griffin Explorer. But right now, they're all aboard a science vessel for Astra Unum, a non-profit organization where they all try to save a young boy's life by putting his consciousness into a new clone body, and it kind of backfired when they realized that a shard of the artifact that they long ago tried to save him and another vessel from was still trapped inside. So so now it's come back to haunt them, all those problems from long ago. And so here we are now. The ship is now under full alert, and they've hardly met any souls that have been unscraped by this. Found a lot of dead bodies on the ship, klaxons blaring, people running for their lives, and they've found some people that are a little bit between dead and alive as well. So, but anyways, but we'll just kind of go around and introduce the players and their characters, and then we'll just jump straight into recap. And I'll handle the recap today because we apparently have a couple players that are a little tired today. So I'll handle it for them. So we'll start off with Cliff, who's he seems a little begrudging about this episode because he's kind of fearful about the current situation that him and Spencer have gotten themselves into. So, but if you can muster through it, Cliff, tell us who you're playing.
Yeah, I am playing the soon-to-be-dead Aston Courtney. Talking, shooting, that's what he be doing. Currently, we are running from, I think it was like 15 zombies. Sounds about right.
That you know of. Yes.
That I know of. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm just going to have to trip Spencer.
I mean, you are wounded, right?
It's a legit
if you don't
plan.
Put someone between you and them, you might be the one that, yeah.
Oh no, you see, when they say women and children first, that's just the ones that you push towards the zombies.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well,
first to beat. But okay. So Matt, why don't you? We'll just go straight on the line. Tell us who you're playing.
I am playing Arthur Haeckel. He is a young scientist and inventor, and currently he is attempting to keep his sister alive. So far he's succeeded, but we'll see if either of them remain alive through this situation.
Yep, and you and your sister both made it back to the Griffin Explorer
ship,
and Clint is with you as well, but you are currently facing down a first responder unit, heavy armored suit that is being controlled. I guess you imagine via electronic puppeteering in some fashion, because there's no one inside the suit. So, which is obviously kind of weird. But Spencer, Shaun, over to you. Shaun is playing Spencer, so who's also on the run from zombies. So with Aston. So go ahead.
Just quick background. So Spencer is the team's primary, I guess I should say at this point, psychic. He originally came to the crew as a stowaway. He was quickly found out because he sucks at stowing away, and he stowed away because he was on the run from the Tanu Klava, which I liken to the space mafia. But he was quickly taken in by the crew, who he sees as sort of a surrogate family for the family he left behind. And he's just sort of trying to make himself useful. He recently turned, I think, 16. Yeah, 16. And he got rid of his minor hindrance. So he technically qualifies as an adult now, and he's sort of beginning to act like a young man as opposed to a young child. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, he's definitely taken more ownership to his actions. You know, like he's dedicated to, dedicated to the cause of like trying to save Devon, right now.
Yes,
So
yes,
we'll see
yes.
how
And
long that sticks.
Yeah, he really, though, he was the main driving force behind saving Devon. So that was like his good deed to make up for some past misdeeds, and it's not going well. He's quickly learning that life is often a tragedy, no matter how hard you try.
You know, if you think about it, a lot of this campaign it hasn't been like you guys dying constantly, but there's been a lot of things that have come back to kind of haunt you, you know? So,
Yes.
so,
Yes.
but anyways, so last in the line is Brandon. Why don't you tell everybody who you're playing?
Well, I am playing Clint Burl, who is the newest addition to the Griffin Explorer, and he is currently the pilot. Right now, when everything started going down, he ran towards the ship to try to make sure it was safe. And if I remember correctly, one of the bots has harmed his baby and messed up some of the control boards. So
Yeah, he
we'll
was
have to see how that
blasting it up
goes.
pretty good when you came in. So when
Yeah.
you appeared on the bridge of the Griffin Explorer. So,
But some other things about Clint is he's escaped horrific conditions from bikini in space. He likes long walks on the beach, preferably with a spacesuit. And he's loyal to his new crew.
very cool. Very
So
cool.
he wouldn't push Spencer in front of the zombies to get eaten first.
He would.
What he wouldn't.
Oh, he
he's loyal
would.
to his
Got
crew.
Would
that
not.
hero
That's right.
call.
That's right. I could have swore he's also heroic as well, which is one of the reasons why like he's pushed Adira out of the way at this moment, and he's kind of thrown himself in front of the first responder bot right now in this predicament that you guys are in. So okay, so I've kind of already done a recap right now, but I don't think I need to go into super details as to exactly what you guys are facing right now. But rephrase that as to how you guys got here. What's up, Kantra? Welcome, man. Yes, we're getting savage tonight, man. But right now, you guys are. I guess your goal is to still find the alien artifact and put a stop to it. I'm not sure. For all I know, you guys are all going to get back to the ship and fucking bail, which is fine by me, by the way. I have in mind what'll happen to the fucking human center of the galaxy if you guys fucking do that. So, right now, Aston and Spencer have just decided that this is a lose-lose scenario against these particular small group of, when I say small, rather large group of zombies that they're facing down. And you guys have decided at the end of the last session to hightail it away from the bridge down the quarterdeck. And at the same time, like literally at the exact same time, Clint and Arthur are on board the Griffin Explorer facing down a bot that is being electronically puppeted by some unknown force. And this bot is a heavy armor, and Kantra, who's in the chat right now, understands what that means. A heavy armor bot that's basically swinging its metal fist at Clint Burl. At the moment, it's shaken. It's shaken in game terms. When we last left the combat last game, so which is a good thing. So what we'll do first is we'll talk to the chat real quick about what you guys can do with your channel points. So as you watch our show, you get channel points, and you can spend those channel points on helping the party. You can give them bennies, and you can give them blah, I can't talk. Oh, you can give them raises. You can give them raises and bennies. Bennies they can use to do all kinds of things. We added the ability for them to use bennies to draw adventure cards. So they can now do that. So all you guys do, and ninjas. And you can also spend channel points to throw in ninjas. So ninjas is, and you can give me bennies, by the way. So bring on the bennies to me as well. So the last game I burned them all up within the first hour, I think. So it was pretty cool. And but yeah, so that's one thing you could do. So but yeah, so we're gonna reset adventure cards and reset bennies for everybody. So and I got Aston's for some reason. He's got 2 on screen. I don't know why. But everyone else is set up. But right now the chat, actually, just noticed y'all don't have any raises. Y'all used them all last game. So you guys are bone dry. So and
I don't know, I think that might be a glitch of your overlay or something. I thought we had some.
No, you guys burned up 5. Like last game. Oh, look at Anger Mob. He's already helping you guys out. All you guys suffering.
Hey, we got 2 raises.
2? Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, that'll help you guys out. So what we're going to start with first is, we're going to start with a scene, actually, where we see a black cube, obsidian, with shadows, odd, like, angled shadows being cast all over it in a cargo hold with people all around it. And we see a dark silhouette reach in to, like, almost touch it. And it's almost like we're looking at it from a bird's eye view. And then just at that moment, we see the vision go black. The camera, we see outside 2 ships parallel floating over a gas giant, or near one. At that moment, we see the hull of one of the ships rip open. Multiple people just get ripped out into space all at once, floating out into oblivion. Almost dying instantly. None of them having exo EVA suits on when it occurred. Later on, we see a boy, sandy brown, blonde hair, just laying on the ground in his quarters, slumped up against a wall by his bunk. A man wounded with a black wound and looks like it's spreading. He's trying to patch up and heal it, and him looking over the child, another one beside him. And he says, "How long has he been like this?" Ever since everything started, he hasn't woken up. Do you think he's like the others? All I know is we've seen people alive, and then we've seen people like them. No in-betweens. Put him in the engine control room of the cargo ship. Put them all in there, actually. We'll blow it to pieces when we're all done. That's if we make it out of here alive. No one should find this place. You see this young boy, 11 years old, his body. But as you see his body being carried away, you see his eyes just fluttering a little bit as they're closed, as he's being stacked with the dead. And the door is shut, sealed. And then you see the camera kind of go black. And now back to Clint and Arthur, who is having a showdown now on the Griffin Explorer. Okay. So you guys, when we last left, you guys were at like round... for some reason, your tokens disappeared. So if I didn't get these in the right place, then just let me know. when we get started. So hopefully everything's in the right place. Does that look right?
I believe so. Because I remember the bot was coming from like the engine room or something, and
Yeah.
Arthur's sister screamed.
The bot didn't move for some reason. Your guys just disappeared. I have no clue why, like I said. And I just moved Adira back to where she was on an actual token, an actual square. So, but we're just going to hit this little button just to move us back up to the top of initiative, top of a round, because we ended on a round. Okay, so the armor bot won first initiative, came out of shaken, but you did go up to him and throw the grenade on him, or stick the grenade to him, or what have you, right?
Sounds about right.
Okay. All right. It wouldn't have mattered if you backed away or not. I mean, he could have covered that distance in the amount of time. So, I mean, just to move into melee with you. So anyways, he just kind of just like lunges towards you and just like tries to like slam his fist into you. So, and we're gonna resolve that. And actually, we're gonna have him do a wild attack. So, and that gives him a +2 to fighting and a +2 to melee damage. All right, but it makes him vulnerable. Is the disadvantage to it.
Probably gonna make me vulnerable when he one-shots me.
It means he gets a +2 to fighting and a +2 to melee damage. So yeah, it makes him a little bit more deadly. Okay, so he wallops you, and deals damage. Does a whopping 10 damage, which is perform dance. Does Clint have the moves? Can he bust a move?
About as well as he can fight. So, no.
So not very good. So yeah, you take a metal fist straight to the shoulder as it like slams into you, and you just kind of like bounce back, reeling, kind of dazed from the hit. Unless you want to spend a beanie to like remove it and shrug it off, that's what happens. So, Aston, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of let them play out their scene, and then we'll come to you guys since you're no longer in combat.
No problem. We're running,
Okay.
so I'm good.
Yeah. Clint, your turn. So you kind of shrug it off as like determination is in your eyes. You've got to protect Adira and Arthur here in this scene. What do you do?
So Clint is. See how the best way of doing this. Clint, as this kind of throwing punches at Clint, he's going to duck underneath one of its arms to get behind it, and try to get the impact pistol coming up right up to his neck juncture to fire into it.
Very cool. Taking advantage of that vulnerable. Nice.
So would that be a 2 actions, 1 athletic, and then 1 for the fighting?
No, I wouldn't say it is. I mean, unless if you're moving around it, literally. If you want to say the athletics roll is literally used to kind of give you a support or like you're trying to create like a distracted condition for him, then you could, sure. But if you're just using it for flavor, then no.
It was more flavor, but I didn't know
No.
the vulnerable spots on it, and if that would actually be exposed. I kind of remember.
He already has vulnerable, so
okay.
No.
All right. Well, in that case, I will just
Kick his ass, Seabass.
fully unload.
What's that from again?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, thank you.
So again, sorry, because it's been a while. So using the impact pistol, I was going to use 3 actions to kind of try to shoot into there. Do I need to do each of them separately or all at the same time?
No, go. If you're using, if you're doing it as the 3 different actions, you'll just
Yes.
hit the 3 actions button, and then just roll them all individually.
Okay.
Wait, does the impact pistol shoot 3 times?
No, he's just using multi-action.
Oh. Yeah, I was using the multi-action.
Okay.
And then, can I use the 3-round burst on each of those?
3-round burst is something different.
Oh,
That
that's
just gives
just
you
a
a +1
one-
to shooting and damage. But you can, yes. You can do that for sure.
Then
Let me
I
give
will-
you that, actually. Hold on. It's much easier for you, so you don't have to keep applying it if you just add the... If I can find it. Well, I said add it. I thought there was an actual...
Okay, I can manually change it to.
Yeah, just manually add yourself a +1 bonus. But I thought there was an actual condition that you could add called 3-round burst.
Well, I think there's a if you expand any of the weapons that have 3-round burst capability, I think it has the buttons on there, doesn't it?
Oh, well, there you go.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's my actually first time trying to do this many actions with the 3-round burst, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, so I'll just
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Where'd you get the -7 from?
Did it? Oh, okay, because I was trying to add the. Because it's supposed to be -4 from the 3 actions, and then when I put the -3, because I was bumping it up, it still added the -4.
Yeah, you
so,
don't. Yeah, you don't apply the penalties for multi-actions. It will if you hit the
I
button.
see that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. You would have actually hit with a raise in that second one. So
Okay.
make sure you hit that boost die on the damage.
And that's the little plus D6 by the modifier one?
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Unfortunately, the impact pistol just dings off his armor and just kind of bounces away, or like it hits his shell and just has no impact.
Okay.
Just for in the future, that's a good chance to like maybe do like a good chance to like maybe like do like a what do you do where you aim at like a specific location on like say its body and take penalties to your hits. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Called shot.
Yeah. Call shot. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Arthur, what do you do?
Well, he doesn't really have anything on him except his pepper spray, which is not going to work here. Either he's going to make some sort of like flashbang type of thing to try to apply distracted to the bot, or try to create an EMP grenade.
Yeah. So
think-
EMP grenades and HW grenades work fine. HE grenades, sorry. All of them do damage to heavy armor. Flashbangs will cause.
I think he'll go ahead.
Flashbangs, if I remember correctly, will basically shaken or cause like stun conditions, that kind of stuff. I think it'll cause
Okay.
Stunned. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, stun condition, which is really good. Yep.
Don't remember what.
It can cause someone to be distracted and get the drop on them. So yeah.
Okay.
If you get a raise,
I don't think I've done
incapacitate
flashbang.
them. Yeah.
Okay, I will try creating stun grenades then. So I don't think I've tried those yet.
Yep.
7.
That is more than enough to create
To
some
create.
kind of like flash grenade to kind of like stun it.
Okay. I assume I can't throw them in the same turn.
You could if you took multi-action penalties, but you did not.
Okay.
Okay. Just double check in. Yeah, it's targets must make a vigor roll or be stunned. Yep. I'm just double checking something. Targets in the burst radius must make a vigor roll. Yep. Okay. There, I'll toss one your way. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, angry. I figured mostly you've seen me use the rifle combat where I shoot a lot with it, and that's because of the rate of fire.
Ooh, Clint.
This one is just that little bit of a extra.
Clint. You got a Joker, man.
And he's still vulnerable.
Nice.
And he's still vulnerable. This is the time to do like some kind of called shot or something. Because you get a total of +4 to attacks against him if you do an attack. Because you get a +2 from the Joker and a +2 from the vulnerable attacks.
And called shots are -2.
-4 if you like aim at something really small. So head or something like that, I think.
Like his dick.
Or like his dick. Yeah. He's a bot, but yeah.
See that? See that? Insulted him with words too.
So could I use a like a repair roll or something to try to figure out the most vulnerable spot that I could shoot or attack this spot at? That'd be the most effective. Because right now I'm leaning more like the server.
Yeah, it would just be
or whatever.
Multi-action penalties, though, right? Like because you're to like take the time to analyze him. Yeah.
How about we just go for luck then? Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna do 2 actions. Yet again with the impact pistol, and just try to punch through each of the little servo activators on each arm or something to kind of make it so it's harder for it to punch me. And we'll do a called shot on that.
Okay, buddy. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. It's okay. You're not in trouble. Sorry, my son lost one of the grips on his Nintendo Joy-Con. So yeah, he felt terrible about it. He had to be distracted. Yeah.
So like the way this bot is built, like is it, since it wasn't built as a combat unit, does it have those kind of obvious weak spots on the arm, the joints?
Yeah, probably. You know.
Okay.
So you can help me out here. You know. So.
Okay. Again, that's pretty much what I'm gonna work at. Try to disable its arms.
Cool.
So you said that's a -2?
That sounds great to me. That sounds like a good penalty.
Okay.
For a multi-action penalty for.
So 2 actions, 1 on the right arm, 1 on the left. We'll see how it goes.
Oh. Okay. All right.
And then I'm also doing the 3-round burst, which is going to
+1.
give the +1, but it's also going to empty the rest of the bullets I have in the impact pistol.
Yep.
So I will have to re-reload. All right.
Hit with a raise. Hit with a
2 hits with
raise. Okay, so I won't give you damage increase, but I'll say that this damage overcomes the heavy armor.
Okay.
Because you're hitting a weak spot.
Oh, I need to add. And real quick, because it said +2 on the adjustment. Was that from just because of the Joker? It was adding it automatically.
Yeah, you're gonna get a +2 to damage.
Okay.
Yep.
And then because I have the 3-round burst, is an extra 1. So make sure it comes out right. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, it's not gonna do damage to it because it's heavy armor, but
Well, you said the
yeah, I meant in Fantasy Grounds. So
okay.
I'll have to manually. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so the first one is a wound. and it's resilient, so it's still kicking. Okay?
Yep.
The second one, you did not do enough, but do you want to spend a Benny to reroll damage?
Oh, can I do that with this one?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just used to looking at ones and it being a failure.
Oh. Is it a critical? Yeah, it's a critical failure. Sorry, you cannot do a critical failure. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry, I just saw one and I didn't see that it was red. So, yeah, if it's a red one, it's different. My bad. Okay, so yes, so he takes a wound and he's shaken, and so he like stumbles backwards, and that arm completely gets blasted off, right? Because you hit it right in the meaty section of like the wires and like hydraulics and that kind of stuff, and that arm just kind of like falls to the ground, and it starts like leaking like hydraulic like oil and stuff like that, because these things are like assisted strength, the first responder bots, because they're to make it to where they can help lift people during like emergency situations, right? Levi's doesn't have that, and so it's leaking hydraulic fluid, and electrical circuits are like arcing off and that kind of stuff. So,
and a quick thing before we wrap this one up. I don't think it applied my raise on the second one, because on the first damage it says raise damage D6, and then on the second one where it's just a critical failure, it doesn't look like it applied that, since both attacks were raises.
I mean, you can pick up a D6 and roll it and see what
As
it
long
adds
as
to
it's
the
not a
damage.
1, then I can.
It'd have to probably ace to see if it raises that 2 up. So.
But I mean, if it's not a 1, then I can Benny it, right?
Oh, that's your attack roll. Yeah, I mean it wouldn't. That's a. You critically. That was an attack roll you rolled, by the way.
Oh,
not a damage roll. Why did you roll an attack roll on that second roll?
I don't know. It's.
Yeah, I was wondering how you
guess
critically failed a damage roll.
Multiple days of the 3-year-old not taking a nap. That just left me super
you can't
drained.
critically fail a damage roll. Roll that.
Okay.
Roll that second damage roll again.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. I was like, I don't know why I was thinking that the critical failure on a damage roll, because you can't critically fail a damage roll. All right. Okay, so that would be. Okay, so you nail that first arm, and he stumbles to the ground, exposing the second arm to you, and you just blast that second arm to pieces. And when he falls to the ground after that second blast, he just kind of collapses to the ground, and he can't stand back up again because he doesn't have any arms to kind of assist him to lift himself back up. His legs are trying to like. Have you ever seen like those Boston Dynamics try to stand up with just legs? You know, like they're very difficult. Like it's basically impossible. And so he's just trying to trying to rock and lift himself back up. And it's at this point like Arthur or you could go over there and just blast him. Basically, the scene's over.
We can't waste this opportunity though. Like you have to take it out at each knee, and then that way you can just go full Black Knight. It's but a flesh wound. So after that, he just kind of Clint steps back a couple of feet and he rubs where it punched him. He's like, "Ow, medic." You want to look at my boo boo?
You look back at Arthur when you say that. I think that's an
It'll be
excellent
fine.
time.
Shake it off.
When he says you'll be fine, shake it off, that's a great time to transition after shake it off to Spencer and Aston, who are running, sprinting at top speed now, or at least top speed for Spencer. And Aston is just kind of trudging along as best he can because he's been clipped by. What wounded you? I'm trying to remember. Was it zombies?
Oh yeah, it was the zombies.
Ooh, that's good. That's good to know. And okay, so you guys are taking off, and so what's that like for you guys? Is there any back and forth between you guys while you guys are kind of fearing for your life, or is it just because the zombies are just now reacting as you guys are darting away? Blood, I forgot to change to oil.
For I kind of want to know what Spencer's thoughts are on this one, because it's his fucking brilliant idea why we're here anyways. Trying to find Devin. So like after the first wave of zombies falls off the second story down and starts attacking us, and then the next batch is coming. Like what's Spencer's thoughts about like the scenario right now? Like we have an opportunity to book back towards the ship, or try distracting them, or
It's hard because part of me doesn't want to run all the way back to the ship, but the other side is we're kind of screwed because we're massively outnumbered, but at least we know where Devin is. So we have like roughly 15 of these things that we would have to deal with, if I remember correctly.
I mean, we don't know how many survived.
Right now, you guys we're talking about split seconds here. Like what's going through your head.
Fuck it. Then we're just going to run back to the ship.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we need to regroup. We need more people.
So as you guys are charging towards the aft section of the quarterdeck, we're going to trigger a dramatic task. Because you guys make it about 10, 15 more seconds. And both of you guys have your comm links, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear a voice come over the comm links. It's a kid's voice, but it's definitely more monotone than you've heard in the past. It's the voice you heard out of the floating Devin that you saw lift himself up, now helmetless, from the hospital chair from before. And he says, "You came here to find me to stop my plans, Spencer, Aston. It won't work. I am going to continue with my original mission. It can't be completed the same without my body, without my cube form. But I can perform an alternative mission with the same goals nonetheless." And at that moment, all the klaxons in the quarterdeck around you start blasting. Just in the quarterdeck which you're in. And all the lights start going off all around you. So all of you are lit up like the 4th of July. Just in red blasting lights. Just you.
So in the comm, then I'm gonna say, so then why don't you leave the kid alone and come face us yourself, you fucking coward?
I still need him.
Just as I thought. Fucking coward.
That moment you hear faintly in the background as more zombies start to push their way or clamber their way through slightly ajar electronic doors and break down more balcony handrails and start piling down and tumbling down from decks above and start pushing through other passageways all around you from other sections of the quarterdeck. You get the sense that the 15 has grown to a much larger number now. The situation has grown much worse for you.
grab fucking Spencer with my left arm and like
Yeah.
start tugging. Just like, we gotta fucking go.
Yeah, we are running.
Okay. All right. So this is, I think we might have done one before. This is a dramatic task.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I haven't felt the need in this campaign. You guys play it so cautiously all the time. I don't like feel the need for dramatic tasks. But like this is an appropriate time because, well, I think zombie hordes call for dramatic tasks. I don't know. I mean, it just feels appropriate. So, you know, so this is a divided dramatic task, which means that you can only stack your tokens so much because it's divided into separate sections or scenes. Okay, so at this point in the scene, you guys are pretty much left with only a handful of skills that can really help you in this section. Okay, I mean, you've really got pretty much one option. Well, at least obvious option ahead of you. Running like a bitch from a zombie horde. I mean, we can go into greater detail as to kind of what I was thinking. But right now, the skills you're looking at, I mean, offhand, I'm thinking for this scene would probably be, for this section of the scene would probably be athletics probably is just pretty much it for this section of it. So we're talking about an unmodified target number of 4 for this section of the and so both of you together need to collect for total for the dramatic task 12 tokens total. Okay, all right, yes, total. All right.
So you're saying things like using notice or shooting or anything like that wouldn't even come into play?
Just in this section. You right now, they're right behind you, and you need to get distance away from them. You need to get away from them right now. So you got 15 right behind you. So I need you to make it. Both of you make athletics checks right now.
This is where Aston dies.
If
Ooh,
they called
nice.
over the comms, would like Arthur be able to patch into the ship's computer and try shutting doors behind them to help?
You can make support rolls.
Okay.
Other players can, if you can think of ways to give them support rolls, you can. However, they'd have to call you and tell you what they're doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, and I really couldn't
Okay.
see me even thinking to do that. This would be just like fucking go. Raises counting as 2 successes?
Yeah, raises count as 2 tokens. So,
All right, I'm going to use one of our raises.
successes and the number of raises. So, like, for example, Spencer in this case got 2 successes. Sorry, a raise and a success. That's 2 tokens. If you get multiple raises, up to the certain number for each section of the scene, right? So,
Okay.
I'll tell you how many count for this section.
I'd like to use one of our raises then to
Very
make
cool.
that 7 and 8.
Very cool. Okay. All right, cool. Sweet. So you guys collect a total of 4 tokens for this section. And you guys are running away as breakneck speed as you can. So it keeps you, the zombie horde, from enveloping you and keeping your distance away from you. As you feel like the horde starts to, as you start to like pull away from the horde, like more zombies just start like appearing from like ajar electrical doors, like from alcoves or like corners of like say lounge rooms off to the side that you didn't even know had zombies, and things like that. Like, and then that's what keeps you from just completely pulling away from you. Just the fact that you're like, oh God, this is just getting worse and worse the entire time. But you get down through the quarter deck, and you feel confident that you're doing pretty good work, navigating your way through the vessel. And now, at the end of the quarterdeck, there are stairs and lifts at the end of the quarterdeck based on your recollection of the quarterdeck. The quarterdeck just ends at stairs and lifts. And to get down to the Griffin Explorer, you will have to go down to the midship and then turn towards the port and starboard sides and take another set of stairs or lifts to get down 2 more levels to get down to the pilot deck or the ship deck. Okay? So you get down to the very end of the cargo deck. Get down to the end of the quarter deck. And the section of the roof has been completely collapsed in. The floor and the roof has been completely collapsed in where the cargo lifts are. And all you see are stairs.
Was that the way that we came from, or did we take the lifts up?
You could have taken either one.
Okay.
It wasn't collapsed when you came back through.
Okay. And like looking through like where the collapse is, I mean, is there a way we could jump down through it, or is it like a far drop?
This is the time when you can we'll expand the use of rolls. So you can use notice rolls, athletics rolls, and I will expand it and so you can make shooting rolls or in this section too. Maybe one of you using shooting while the other one clears debris. Try to get down and through that way.
Yeah, you're probably
stairs,
much better at.
So
yeah, you're probably much better at shooting. So I can do like
maybe one of you
athletics.
uses athletics to like clear debris and slide down. One of you shoots and kind of like gives him backup.
Yeah, I'll do that if you want to shoot, just because you're probably going to be way better at that.
All right, let's see what happens. I'll take it.
Hope I don't botch this.
Got an 8 with
okay, well, it's
nice.
success. I got a success. So
okay, sweet. Okay, it's good. Doing pretty good, guys. Okay, doing pretty good. You're on track pretty good. Okay, all right.
okay, so we're at what 1, 3, 7. Okay, so we're halfway there. Okay. Nice.
All right. And so Spencer is down on his hands and knees, just trying to clear rubble and clear enough out of the way, while Aston is just like shooting at zombies as they get just close enough to you guys to be a threat. Like occasionally throwing a boot at one. And we're talking about a hairy situation here. So it's a pretty nasty situation. And you guys managed to clear enough debris and slide down through the debris and get down to the next level. Okay? And when you get down to the next level, we'll actually roll randomly. 1 and 2, you're on the port side, and 3 and 4, you're on the starboard side. And there is a difference in the options. So okay. All right.
We're on the good side.
Crap.
Nice.
Remember something. Sorry, let me do something real quick.
So, you feeling okay there, Cliff? You haven't sacrificed Spencer yet.
As he rolls to the ground and all the debris.
Hey, we've got a bunch of successes. He doesn't need to do that, yet.
I'm sure that's like good for like an easy 4 successes or something. Just shove them in the zombie horde and run.
I know. How many successes does like a 16-year-old count as? Yeah. It'll probably buy him. It'll buy him like 2 rounds.
Does Aston respond anyway?
Any of that? No, it's not the time for chagrins. This is serious.
Serious.
shit
Really? Aston doesn't have time for chagrins. Okay.
here.
All right.
Aston's got 2 wounds. I think he's the one who needs to be a little bit more worried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Is
All
there
right.
any way? Can I make another? I was thinking like making an athletic check and just doing the whole like shit they do in the movies, where I'm like tipping over trash cans and like throwing stuff behind me, because you always got to throw stuff behind you when you're getting chased by zombies. And also, Spencer does things he saw in movies. So
Yeah, you're gonna get an opportunity to do that. So as you guys tumble down to the ground, you guys tumble out of the roof, the collapsed section of the roof, and the stairs. You guys don't have time to take a break, as the zombies are just rolling and running down the stairs behind you guys, because it took you guys so long to. Because as you guys are coming down to each level, it's almost like someone is watching you on the cameras, right? Because the klaxons on this, they stopped on the level above, and they start blasting on this level down here.
damn.
And all the zombies just start coming down here, which the ones closest to you were already barreling after you. So, and they start running down the stairs behind you. So it's like you guys had a moment of breather as you start like muscling back up to your feet, and then it's like, oh shit, here we go again, just like the meme, you know. And but yeah, now the zombies with those black pyramid teeth and claws just like coming out of their flesh are like charging at you now from a long distance away. So yeah, what kind of skills are we using now, guys? So I mean, I'll expand it because of with skill options, because you guys see a containment door between this section here and the the lifts ahead of you, and another set of stairs down the starboard and aft sections. The starboard aft section, lifts and stairs, they're blocked off by containment doors. So if you guys want to make an electronics roll, athletics roll, repair, notice, shooting, what do you want to do?
I'll do notice. See if I could see any other alternate routes or any better situations ahead.
My electronics isn't great, but I'm going to give it a shot, because maybe we can just stop them with the door. So nothing. Ooh, nice.
3 it is.
Okay, so Aston uses his beanie because he's looking around and he's desperate because he doesn't see an alternate route, and so he's struggling because he's kind of frantic. He's wounded. He doesn't know how to help in the situation. But Spencer he's thinking on his feet, so he says, "Look, only route is the lift. Let's get through there." And so you guys go through there, and Spencer just hits the electronic doors and starts tapping away with keys to close the door. A few of the zombies manage to make it through, just as you guys manage to close it. And so you guys tumble away because the doors take a few seconds to close, and they lock out. But you guys can now dive onto the lifts if you so choose, or the stairs. Which do you do?
Stairs. I don't want to take anything with get trapped in a lift right now.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Okay. So right now we are at 8 tokens, if my count is right.
Okay.
Nope, 9. 9 tokens. Okay, and now you take the lift.
Stairs.
Oh, you taking the stairs? My bad. Okay.
Stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty much at this point, it's pretty much stairs, and then the cargo deck, all the way to the ship, and just a handful of zombies, right? All the way back to the ship. So
Yeah, if we're getting close to the ship at this point, I would come in and just like, I don't know if you guys are on the ship or not, but we're headed there in a hurry and we're being chased by a lot.
Ship got messed up a little bit trying to fix it. Careful on your way in. You have the automated guns in the ceiling, and the umbilical appears to be punctured and open to vacuum.
Oh, is
Great.
that all?
Yeah, I destroyed the 2 bots. Well, me and Arthur.
Okay.
And I saved the girl.
No response.
It's okay. You can do it.
Yeah. Still running.
I was running.
Can I make my inspire support roll off of that one?
sure. I don't really see how that was very sportive, but sure.
It wasn't.
I mean, technically they're not in command range, so I don't think I can. But if you let me, I'll let them do it. But mostly it's watch out for the
support
things
can
on the
be done in
ceiling.
anything. Support can be done in
Okay.
anything, but the
Then
but
I
like,
will.
I don't think you can use that abilities.
That's
What
fair.
is the skill it uses? Doesn't
It
it say
uses-
it has to be a certain?
Yeah, that one
doesn't
uses
benefit?
battle and command range.
Yeah, you
I
can,
can,
use like a, I don't know, like another skill that's appropriate.
That's fine because I told him to watch out for all these
I
dangers on the
think
way
battle
through.
actually
I
sounds
do
like it
notice.
applies. Actually, I think battle actually kind of sounds like it applies because you were
Okay.
giving them battle tactics. So
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're giving them tactical
So you-
advice.
So
So
you said there was guns.
Yes, there's guns in the ceiling of at least one of the bays on the way to the ship, and then like I
That
said,
might
the
help us out
umbilical
if it
is
doesn't
exposed.
shoot
Well, I
us.
mean, Aston should probably remember because he was in on that one.
Yeah.
But
so are you. So was Spencer.
Yeah, I was there.
was he?
I just don't.
yeah.
I just didn't remember. I remembered the lifts going crazy and trying to kill us.
Yep.
So
So how would I do this as the support role? Just drag the skill over and do it
Just
with
roll
that.
battle skill.
Right.
Okay. So that is a +2 bonus.
Oh, it still has my 2 actions on it too.
That is a +2 bonus. It would have given +2 bonus no matter what. So
Okay.
amazing as that roll was. So okay. So there you go, guys. Okay, so what actions what skills do you guys put together to help you guys run down the stairs and cross the cargo deck from the starboard side of the ship all the way to the middle? Because the flight deck is like pretty much this, like the section where your ship is. Where the umbilical is of your ship is kind of like this, like sections of like large cargo, like bays essentially, and then your ship is like attached to an umbilical in a cargo bay, right? And your ship is in like a cargo bay, kind of like you guys fought in, if that makes any sense. So, and it's just like sections of these. So, that's what you guys do.
Well, I guess given the scenario, with his call out, I'd like to use notice to see if I can see where any of like the turrets are mounted in the ceiling, and try to run in a path that would be kind of obscure from view from them, behind crates or anything that I can.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
yeah, I'm just going to follow Aston, and I'm going to use athletics because he's probably starting to slow down. So I'm probably like helping him move as well as myself. Just keep our speed up.
I'm gonna use our last raise to take that up to the last one that we need to finish this fucking thing.
Good idea.
So you gotta bump it to a raise?
Just cross the hurdle.
Because you remembered we needed 12.
Because I know we need one more. So
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Home sweet
So this is what you guys. So Aston like navigates you guys to the. So you guys get to the. So Spencer is just kind of leading the charge with like his athletics and his sprinting abilities, right? And he's just running, right? And Aston's kind of running like it's kind of like failing to keep up as best he can, but he's keeping Spencer alert, right? And because Spencer is just kind of like leading the charge, but he's younger, he's not keeping his wits about him. Aston is wounded, and he's just on his edge, and so Cliff, Aston is being forced to basically just think about Clint's tactical words, and so you guys get to one of the cargo bays, and you immediately start looking up, right, for stuff like gun turrets, things like that, cameras, and lo and behold, you guys do run into a room where you do see turrets and that kind of stuff, and you guys dive down at like the very last moment, and you actually help Spencer in a moment and like call out one of the turrets and like pull him to the ground, and actually I'd probably say he got a successful athletics roll. You don't have to pull him to the ground; you just call it out, and then Spencer just kind of like rolls to the ground and dodges as the laser turret like starts opening fire on you guys. But you guys manage to like navigate through this well packed cargo bay and make it out without getting blasted to pieces. However, it just starts starts firing at the zombies. It's obviously like not being directly controlled by like the artifact or Devin, and so you guys get out and you make it to the Griffin. But when you make it to the Griffin, right as the last moments happen, and you start climbing up through the dorsal hatch, and the ventral hatch. Ventral's bottom right. Yeah. You see the doors on the opposite side of the cargo bay open, and you see the port side of this bay start getting swarmed by zombies. What do you do? Just keep running into the ship?
Were there any controls for the guns anywhere? Or is this all not something that's locally controlled?
Which guns? Your guns?
No.
The turrets.
The cargo hold turrets.
You mean like can you take control of this ship's cargo like guns?
Yeah.
You're not you're not sure of where they're controlled from. There is a control console though for the cargo bays. So like if you look up in each of the cargo bays, there's like a small like kind of like how a theater has like a room above it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a room above each cargo bay, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
where probably a lot of that stuff is controlled.
Shit. Yeah. No, then I'm just gonna keep moving towards the ship, heeding Clint's advice of the umbilical's fucked up, hoping that might buy us a little bit of time from zombies that don't know what the fuck they're doing. So
how far away is the balcony with the turret controls?
It is like maybe 100 feet away.
But wasn't it raised significantly?
Yeah, it's like a flight up.
Yeah, I'm looking at my powers.
You'd have to hit a set of stairs, and then go like enter a keypad on a door, or bust the glass out somehow.
Okay.
Or hack into it.
Yeah, go do that, Spencer. I'm gonna go into the ship.
We're talking about split-second decisions here as a zombie horde is about to surround your ship.
If you get on,
Yeah, I'm gonna
get on
try
the
to
ship,
save
we
the
can just-
ship. Fuck, I know, but god damn it. Yeah, but how do we get back on the ship if we leave? Everybody's like, we don't.
Right, you're making problems up.
Well, there's the question of whether the zombies can even get inside your ship, right? I mean, so
No, I think he's talking
Yeah.
about getting back on fucking to save Devin.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, there's. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
just
you
run
guys
on
can
the ship.
always like put on EVA suits and well, and
Come back
remember
over.
it's an umbilical, guys.
So we can just retract it.
Yeah, so you guys are going down the umbilical hatch. I guess
Mhm.
I probably screwed up in the description. So you guys are going down the umbilical hatch. So
Yeah.
you guys can always just pull away with the umbilical.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
and just leave them all in the cargo bay. So
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. We get on the
and
ship
just
then.
you guys can just get back on the ship with EVA suits somewhere
Mhm.
else.
Okay.
I mean, not counting the whatever ship guns have been taken over. I'm assuming at this point, because their ship hasn't been fired on, that we're in the shadow. You know, they can't track this low and close to their own ship.
Yeah,
But if we start
maybe.
moving around,
Maybe.
we'll expose
Maybe.
ourselves.
Or maybe he hasn't
Well,
converted
us escape.
or doesn't have full control of the ship. You don't understand how this artifact works. So
Well, we're gonna have to.
he may not be omniscient. I mean, so
I understand that he's a little bitch.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to regroup and go on the offensive. So
you guys
All
open the so if I'm understanding right, Aston is opening the door, the hatch, and it's floating, pushing himself floating down the umbilical hatch. So, okay. What about Spencer? He still hasn't given me a clear answer what he's doing.
yeah, I'm gonna. If it's 100 feet away, that's gonna take too long for me to get to it. Even if I do teleport. So I'm just gonna go down in the ship with Aston.
Okay. All right. So you float down there too. Okay. Okay. There's going to be some zombies probably caught in the umbilical hatch by the time you guys make it across. Do you guys just like release the umbilical?
Let them float out into space or something, or
Well,
Is
the
that
thing
what we're
is,
having?
if you guys release the umbilical, you guys won't be able to cross back over because you guys don't
Yeah.
have umbilical control.
I wouldn't assume that that Aston would do anything like that.
Okay, so you guys just leave the umbilical attached and let it just fill up with zombies. They'll just keep batting away at your ventral hatch. But yeah, okay. All right, so when you guys get on the ship, you guys just hear on your ventral hatch once you're inside the ship. Because you have air.
but it's gonna
so it's
take like a
oxygen.
plasma torch to get through it or something like that. They're not gonna
You
get
don't
through it
know.
with their claws.
You don't know, but
Okay.
probably, yeah. Your character's not a science major, but yeah.
We'll see. Okay. As long as that door looks like it's gonna hold, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's a ship door. I mean, it's most plausible.
Okay. Shit.
Aston, the aches and pains in your body just like all like overwhelm you.
Yeah. So since this whole thing started, about how much time has passed?
The whole night?
Well, no, like since we engaged with the zombies. Like, did this chase? How long was this chase?
30 minutes.
Then as soon as I get on the ship, I'm gonna basically fucking collapse in front of Arthur.
Right.
I'll be
You're
like,
not
"Hey."
looking good.
Don't you still have a robe on?
No. I went back and changed into my armor before we started this whole thing. Remember, I killed the one
Okay.
guy that was posing as a
Okay.
Astra Unum employee, or I don't know if he was posing or not, but he's dead.
Okay. I was just wondering because I remember that scene where you came in to help us, and you were in a robe.
Yeah, that was the
With a
first time I
scotch.
fucked up. This
Okay.
is the second time in the same night.
Okay.
Just
Wow.
sit down.
do
Just
we
my
get
right
healing?
side covered in blood.
Do you get healing? What do you mean by that?
Do we get healing bonuses from the medical center? Like if I want to
It's
heal
recovery
and
rolls.
roll
It's
heal.
a bonus to recovery rolls. Not.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Then
Also, not to downplay Aston's plight, but we really need to get this console fixed so we can make sure the ship is mobile, since it keeps taking possession of various types of mechs, and while that may hold out whatever things are hitting the hatch now, it may not, last the next mech that tries to come through it. So I'd rather keep
Zombies in the umbilical?
I mean, we've had multiple mechs come through. There was 2 in the ship. So while he's healing, Clint is going to start doing what he can to repair the console.
What do you
Get
mean there were
the
mechs
ship
in the
pliable.
ship? Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah. See these on the floor? The emergency responder bots? They were being controlled.
I'm really
guys are fighting
surprised, by the
doctor
way,
bots?
no one has played a ninja yet, because I had prepared what happens if ninjas arrive. So
That's why I'm trying to fix the console before you have the ninjas come through the door.
And by the way, if you guys had rolled, if you guys went down the port side, it wouldn't have been good. So.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let us fix the ship before the ninjas come, and I promised you we'll dock somewhere on the port side. How about that?
Okay. So yeah, y'all want to assess the damage? Assess it.
Yes, I will.
Yeah,
Repair
Arthur went ahead and is healing Aston.
Okay, so you're gonna be able to heal one of his wounds.
Can I spend a Benny and make that a raise to heal both?
You can. You could also spend that last. There should only be one raise in the raises stack because Aston used one. But yeah, there's also a raise that the viewers gave you. So you can also just do that if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Oh,
and
both were
Just
used
to be
actually.
fair
well,
with it. No.
okay.
I used both the raises.
Oh, you used both of them.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
We have 0.
Just like you used all the other raises last
Cliff
time.
burned them up because he didn't
buying
want to get
stuff.
killed by a zombie horde. Never mind. So
Yeah,
yeah, you can spend your
selfishly.
Benny. Yeah.
Okay. Benny spent.
Oh, someone got a Joker. So you guys got more than I thought. Okay, on screen. So let me fix that. Okay, so Arthur's back to the right number. Okay. All right. Sweet. Okay. Now we're right. You guys feel an explosion. And if anyone is near the ventral hatch, you feel it worse than anyone. And the ship starts spinning wildly. And I want all of you to make athletics rolls.
Hey, before I make that, did he get a chance to heal both the wounds?
Yeah,
Said?
you go ahead and remove
Okay.
them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Did I have a chance of doing anything with the shot up console?
You can
control the ship.
you can analyze them and figure out what's wrong with them.
Okay. What was that, a repair roll?
It's going to be just repair to figure out what's wrong with them.
I made my athletics check.
Wait, you shouldn't keep getting that Joker bonus.
Yeah.
There. All right.
So both the repair to analyze and the athletics for the explosion are
Okay. Or you didn't get a raise on the repair because the Joker bonus wouldn't have gotten it. Wouldn't have applied. Okay. All right. So you went to the console and you checked things out, and it looks like maneuvering controls are out. All you have is ability to like turn things back on again and like switch on power and that kind of stuff. But it looks like manual control is switched off. Or like, let me rephrase that. Like, you can't. It doesn't work. Does that make sense? Like, he blasted it up to pieces. You can probably get in there and the AI is still functional. But you can't do it.
Okay.
And you do remember seeing the first responder unit coming from the back section of the ship, the aft section of the ship. So, all right. Now, let's see those athletics checked. Okay. So, Aston, actually, no, I'm just going to give it to you. You're fatigued.
Fatigued?
Yep. The ship tumbles around, spinning wildly. Most of you guys manage to brace yourself as the ship begins tumbling around in time, but Aston, who's laying on the hospital bed, kind of groaning as Arthur has just fixed him up, and the hospital bed, like he's just not braced well, doesn't grab onto something in time, and he just rolls off the bed and hits the ground, and you feel something pop in your shoulder. And so you just get a point of fatigue, and you just start groaning, and the ship is spinning wildly. And Clint, you've been in this situation before. You have the sneaking suspicion that you've been ripped free from the umbilical.
Yeah. AI, try to stabilize us.
Attempting now.
I moved myself up to the cockpit, angry.
Okay. All right.
Guess if I got ejected, it would look like this. Oh.
The AI manages to stabilize the ship. Manages to get it back in control, and you guys stop spinning. He says, we are now 200 meters from the vessel.
Hey, bring us into the shadow of the vessel. Try to keep us as close to the hull as you safely can. Try to keep us out of range, or out of the arc of any of their guns.
Yes, Captain.
I'm going to run down to the door where the umbilical was.
He just says, yes, Burl. Yes, Clint Burl.
I was going to run down to the door where the umbilical was, or the hatch, and just kind of see what our situation is there.
Yeah, so
like
there's
zombies like
damage.
Onto the ship
there's damage to the ventral hatch, and you're sucking out air.
Shit. Okay, I let Clint know.
In fact, you're getting pulled. You're getting pulled out the ventral hatch.
Fuck.
Ventral.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right there to try to patch it.
Okay. So I start looking around to start helping with like a repair. If we're venting.
Yeah, I'm done patching Aston, so I can help patch the ship now.
Arthur, I need you to check out the engine room. One of the bots came from there. They may be sabotage. I can handle the hatch.
On my way. Right.
And I'm assuming that there's some type of like spray foam or something that we can use to kind of seal holes.
Duct tape.
Yeah, so the ventral hatch is actually like taking damage around it. You believe you'll have to like weld it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
Like apply pressure to it and weld it together.
But for a temporary patch, is there something that we can use? Some quick setting foam, duct tape, or space tape, or whatever they want to call it?
Yeah, just think about that.
If not, I do have one more.
I mean, welding doesn't take
grenade.
long. Yeah, welding doesn't take long. So
Yeah. It just depends
Yeah,
on how big
but-
the hole is, and do we have
How
something we
big
can just
hole,
weld
how much
over
air
it?
we're losing, if we have to do an EVA to apply the pressure to do the right weld.
yeah, it's an internal weld. Yeah, so just make a repair roll.
What's your repair, Clint?
8.
Okay, yours is better than mine. So obviously.
You can support.
Well, yeah, but he already rolled it.
So you managed to weld the ventral hatch back together, and it's holding at the moment. You feel confident that you've got it like securely held in place.
All right, the hatch is patched for now. It should hold.
Aston comes stumbling out, holding his nose, all bloody, gushing coming out. Like, what the fuck was that?
Oh my God, did he get hurt again? Just like,
I don't know,
oh.
Captain. Maybe the AI saw something. The sensors.
Oh yeah, we can ask the AI, right?
I'm just gonna sit down.
Wait.
Like,
Ask the JI what? What do you want to ask him?
What the hell
Spencer
happened?
says, Spencer, you asked the AI. The AI
Yeah.
says, what request do you have of me?
What happened? Did something explode? Were we...
It appears that we were struck by a explosive outside the hull.
From where? The umbilical?
No, it was outside the vessel.
Outside the vessel. So, like, is there a window I can look out of and see where we were?
You can check
Attached?
the external cameras.
Okay.
On the
Yeah, I'm gonna
computers.
like look through the external cameras. Like, did something shoot us off the ship, or
Make a
Did,
notice roll. It's difficult to spot.
okay?
Make a -4.
Oof. Jesus.
Was there a bonus from the ship, like the telemetry center or something like that? Or not that, but there was something I thought that helped with the notice rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the telemetry center, let's see what that gives you. I'm trying to remember what it.
Okay.
Telemetry center gives you.
To electronics and notice.
Yep,
It's
there you
just
go.
+1 because I think
Yep,
it got
so minus 3.
damaged or something.
-3. Okay.
Yep.
-3. Okay. See if this works. Oh, nice.
You see an EVA hatch closing as you look out.
Okay, so I just relay that. I'm like, EVA hatch is closing. So,
Someone came out of the
yeah.
vessel.
Shit. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm like talking to the AI. There's nobody attached to our ship, correct? Like whoever did that went back on the ship.
The AI responds and says, "Our cameras are picking up no one on the ship."
Spencer, have you had enough fun on this fucking mission yet?
Now, with the proximity, kind of the hatches and the cockpit where I've been running around and the telemetry center, are they close enough that I can overhear some of these responses?
Yeah, they go across the.
Spencer, the AA may have been compromised.
Bless you.
We need to do a full sweep of the ship.
They'll come across the comm links or the speakers of the ship, however you guys had it set up to do. However the AI is set up to communicate. Up to you guys.
I don't know, Captain, how would you like it set up?
Through comms is fine.
Perfect. Okay.
Spencer, what is our next move?
Okay, so last we remember, Artifact and Devin was on the bridge. If we can bypass the entire ship and go directly to the bridge, we can subdue him, get this thing out,
Or
save Devin.
bring him a ship that he could just hijack and get away scot-free in?
To be fair,
Well,
I think he has one of those.
Yeah. I guess the concern now is we saw what he did to all of those people. I mean, at this point, we have to do something. We can't let this thing just float around in open space.
We need to make sure our ship is secure first. And if you want to save the kid's body, you need to give us some way of doing it. Because at this point, all I've got is shooting it. So how do you separate a obviously evil alien entity from his head?
With an impact pistol.
Well, Exgon said he was susceptible to psionic or psychic attack.
Yes. Psychic attack. Failing that, it did possibly just shock him enough. He may decide, make it uncomfortable enough for him to be in that body. He may decide to leave. But
Is that code for kill the kid?
said shock, uncomfortable, not dead. Like, look, if you guys aren't up for it, just send me over there.
Because
And so, is there any way I can do
better.
Is there any way that I can do a scan to see if there's like a hatch or something near the bridge?
What kind of scan are we talking about? Sorry, Shaun?
Some kind of like sensor scan or something, or just look outside, look over the ship and see if there's
You guys have... Do you have a drone? I'm trying to remember if you guys have a drone.
Arthur had a combat drone for
I
sure.
believe so.
Okay, you guys have one
believe
drone,
we have
right?
2.
You guys
think we have
lost
2.
one. You lost one.
And we regained it at the Shiv,
Oh, okay.
didn't
All
we?
right. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, you're right.
Okay. All right. So you guys, yes, so you can send a drone. Like, if you're wanting to see if he's physically there, like physically there, I mean, you'll have to either fly this ship around and like physically look, or like launch a drone to like physically look. And that's assuming he's standing in front of a window going. Or you can hack the bridge and hack their cameras. You know, it's not Star Trek. It's not where you can go life size detector. Devin's on board.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, I know. I was just gonna see.
Yeah.
Like, I guess my first thing is I want to see if there's like a hatch or something somewhere near the bridge, because what I don't want to do is like have to go back through the hangar bay and then run all the way back through the ship.
Yeah.
Like, that would totally suck.
Yeah.
We would
So
die.
it's possible. I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was
So-
GM talk right there.
Yeah. I'm going to hack it. See if I can hack into the ship's cameras and see if what I can see on the bridge. So
You're gonna hack the ship. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Hack what in the ship? Like the mainframe of the ship?
Yeah, or the CCTV system, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I would need to hack. Just give it a shot. I mean, worst case scenario, I fail.
So you're probably gonna have to. I'm thinking something like that is probably closed circuit. Like, why would they?
Okay.
They wouldn't want their ships to be able to be that hackable in that way, because like that would make it just too easy for ships to be brought down, right? But you can maybe try through attaching a drone to it, and then hack that way. So.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we should try that first, because I was like, we can send a message and see if they pick up. Just give them a call, see if Devin picks up.
I mean, you can just always go Devin and see what he says, but I mean, okay.
Do that super inspirational thing from the movies where they're like, Devin, I know you're in there.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that.
Reach out to me. Spend a penny and then make it happen.
Has Arthur found anything in the engine room?
Yeah. So you're just checking to see what kind of damages are done? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've pretty much lost a lot of your, like, as far as your speed capabilities, essentially. So you've got like maneuvering thrusters, and that's about it. So you can't kick it into high gear. So the FRU was doing the same thing the other one was. So blasting in all the pieces back here. So yeah. So essentially limiting what you can do. So the AI was working with what he had when he navigated you back to the sides vessel. So yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You better start repairing.
So
that was my next question was, can we repair it? So yes.
We need to send a distress call to somebody besides.
And you may be seeing me do this. Applying wounds in the combat tracker as you're discovering them.
So can I spend a Benny to say that we actually have like the needed control boards, replacements on the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to spend a Benny for that. I was going to assume you had the replacement parts. Yeah.
Guys, do you think we need to send like a distress call to somebody other than God, what's his name? To actually like some sort of like security organization or defense force.
Yeah, you sent one to, as we talked about in the Discord. You sent one to Anthony Wright, but he's like he's further away than this system. So you guys may be at the point to where you're like you may have to contact someone that might also get you in trouble. I mean, you know what I mean? That's not maybe your best of friends, if that makes any sense. Like someone that can respond immediately,
Well,
maybe an Astra Unum security ship, if there happens to be one. But the most likely person that can arrive, just like that, is an ILAR Defense Force vessel. So, good night, RBG Saloon. Cantor, thanks for coming, buddy. So.
Okay.
Well, just remember that we were being attacked by people in Astra Unum attire.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be one of those situations where they show up, help, and then just be questioned, So y'all are pretty good at talking your way out of situations. So
that, or you add pirates to your ninjas, and
yeah, I mean, if someone really wants to spice things up, if we're talking too much, and it could be like,
well, no, okay, so I just throw this idea out there, which is this thing is intelligent. We can maybe make contact with it and tell it, hey, if it possibly wants to survive, it needs to go back in the box. Because Astra Unum, ILR Defense Force, somebody is going to show up and they're going to turn that spaceship into, fine dust. So it can go back in the box, give us back Devin, and at least it has a chance of just being a test subject.
Clint
We don't have the
dives
cube, though,
into
do we?
Repairs.
Astra Unum has the cube.
Yeah, but isn't that in a different system now?
Yep.
How many alpha missiles do we have?
Spend a penny and we have enough.
I mean, you could try to like, I mean, just GM helping you out here because you guys are kind of like spending a lot of time talking. I mean, you could try to like go somewhere maybe in the ship where you maybe don't think zombies are, right? Like, so you went through the quarter deck, you went through the aft, you went through the quarter deck, you went through the midship decks, and then the flight deck. Zombies chased you in those sections. I mean, you hadn't even been to the, like, say, the engineering decks, for example. And there's not well, at least you don't suspect there's zombies in there. I wouldn't say you don't know, but you were in the aft and mid sections of the ship before, and there weren't any zombies, right? So there weren't zombies there until you fucking led them there, right? There were just zombies in the fore sections of the ship, and then you made them go back. So I mean, anywhere in the aft sections of the ship, there might not be zombies. So.
Well, while this is happening, Arthur has definitely been repairing the engines.
I think it would be a good idea to maybe try that drone thing, because then maybe we can do a little recon if we can hack into the ship. And because I don't want to get on the ship and then find out, oh yeah, all those other parts of the ship are overrun with zombies. So that'd be a good way for us to maybe at least look at the cameras, or at least attempt it.
Okay. So you set up the drone while Arthur's doing the repairs for hacking, and you're going to try to send the drone out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool.
Through this, Clint's also going to be repairing the console. And if and when he gets into working condition where Clint can take control of the ship manually, he's going to ask the AI to do a self-diagnostic.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us, D20 TV. Thank you for subscribing also. Glad you could join us. So sweet. So go ahead and make a repair roll and see if you can do any repairs on the consoles of the ship. See if you can fix any of that damage that the FRU did to the ship. Okay, so both of you are able to make the repairs on the ship that you can make. So you are able to repair the engines, and Clint, you are also able to, but here's the thing. It's going to take you a couple of hours to do. Clint, it's going to take you 2 hours to make your repairs. Arthur, you're only going to take an hour to do yours. So, because of, what is it, Mr. Fix-It, I think is what it is. And,
yeah.
But, however, the AI passes on to you guys that the AI says that there is damage to the outer hull that was done to the ship, damaging the armor and outer shelling of the ship when the explosion went off. Okay? So I won't take any of the wounds off until the hour or two has passed. So, all right? Now, okay, so Spencer, you have the drone equipped. If I remember correctly, Arthur had set it up with a some kind of arm for like doing hacking
It had an
in the
attachment.
past. Yes. So you, I'm guessing, Spencer, you asked the AI to launch the drone because they're doing repairs right now, and the drone launches, and you're sending it to I guess scan the bridge. I guess is that your goal?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right. So you're scanning the bridge, and the bridge is kind of built like a Star Destroyer is kind of, where like the bridge is kind of on the top. It's not like it's got kind of like a top in the middle, kind of like a Star Destroyer is, but it's not like really high up on like a pedestal, but it's kind of in that same area. It has a couple of windows in there, but so are you like looking through the scopes of the drone yourself, or are you letting the drone just come back and like tell you what it found?
I'm just going to let it come tell me what it found.
Okay.
And then after that, I'll probably see if I can get it to float over there, and then we can tap into the security system or something.
Okay. So here's one of two ways we can do it. So if you're doing it that way, I can have it just make a roll, or you can just spend a biddy and just say you get the information you desire.
Okay.
Make a declaration, story declaration.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Benny, and then I'm just going to say Devin is on the bridge.
Well, I'll tell you if he's on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because you obviously, I want you to get the truth.
Okay.
Like you're going to want to ascertain where he's at. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so successfully you get the information back, right? And so you find he comes back with the information. The drone does. I say he. It comes back with a lot of the information, and it sends the communication back to you before it makes it all the way back. And the feed returns, and you're reading the data, and it looks like you see 2 levels of the command deck, and he's on the upper level of the command deck, and apparently Devin is all wired up to the bridge controls. Like he's physically wired up.
Jesus.
Okay.
And
he's doing something to the ship that you don't quite understand. And there's like zombies just piled up against the like doors, like trying to get out.
they're trying to get out of the ship, or they're
Trying to get out of the bridge deck doors. Probably still attracted to the klaxons that were blasting when you guys were.
Oh, okay. How many are in there?
Angry Mom, that's hilarious. I mean, you didn't get a good enough. I'm going to say that he didn't get a good enough look at that.
You had one job.
Stupid drone. Okay. Relay that to the rest of the crew. So I'm like, he's doing something to that ship, to the ship. Literally plugged into it.
So if we kill the ship,
yeah, there's a few windows, Angry Mob. Anyway, sorry, Cliff.
If we kill the ship, we kill him. If we kill the body, we kill him. If we go back in there, we get killed. What's the plan here, Spencer? Because I vote for repairing our ship and getting the fuck out of here. We have everybody we need here.
You know, we have everybody we need, but you know what this thing's going to do if it lands on a habited planet? It's going to turn everybody into one of those things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have things on board that can stop that from happening.
We hope.
I get it that you want to save him. But at what point do we make the decision that that's not an option?
I mean, I'm all on board for saving Devon, but at this point, we've lost how many hundreds, thousands of lives on this ship?
The drone now returns. The AI says, the drone is now in the drone bay.
You can still give Spencer a chance to drive him out, right? You said psychic powers can do something.
AI.
So we can give you the first shot if we go in after it. But if it fails,
How
then we have
close
to
do
take
you
it
have
out.
to be?
Pretty close. Yeah, let's see. Okay. I need to get in there. Like we would need to go in there. We have.
I mean, we have a shuttle that we could fly over next to the bridge.
Yeah. We have, let me see, binding foam. We could potentially, at least keep the zombies that are in there immobilized. I mean, if we can get over there, we can attempt to take back the ship and keep this thing from escaping. I mean, I realize it's a big ask, but we would be saving a kid. I mean, I don't want to carry that shit around for the rest of my fucking life where we just knowingly didn't even attempt to save this kid.
AI, based on the drone data, what's the estimated survival of the people on board this ship?
Oh yeah, because it's going to spit out an accurate number. It doesn't even know our plan.
You want to save a kid, a singular being. After you've just seen,
I have very
hundreds.
little data about the ship you just left.
Fucking guess.
Upload your camera footage to my AI.
Okay, so I upload it.
Survival data, very low probability.
I've had worse odds. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not saying us at this point. I'm saying look at all the people that died because we wanted to save a child.
We don't even know if those people are dead. This thing could potentially leave and I mean, are they actually dead?
They're
Captain.
just gonna go back to normal with their pearly black teeth?
Captain.
Yes, AI.
I have something here I think you want to see. It's from the drone. He pulls it up on the screens. You see the last footages of the drone as it was leaving and returning from the bridge scan. Just out the corner of the camera feed, you see a shuttle of some kind. Round. It looks like a shuttle that's like an escape shuttle leaving the starboard side of the ship, the science vessel. I thought you would at least find it interesting.
Can we hail that shuttle?
I can attempt it.
Yeah. Because we need to know if those are actual survivors or...
Negative. I'm unable to reach them on comms. Communications.
Make the call, Spencer. What are we doing?
Shit. It's out of range of a mental link, I'm assuming. For powers.
You can attempt it. Be a -6 penalty.
That's range. I can triple the range for +2 power points.
I'm letting you just for story wise. It's well outside
Okay.
the normal power range.
Okay.
You keep
That's
forgetting
fine.
that power is actually just Smart's range.
Well, right. That's why I'm saying, like, did
Yeah.
it just take off? How far away is it? But,
No, it's like
okay.
on the starboard side of the other vessel. It's like probably
Okay.
like now it's like a couple of kilometers away. I'm just like fucking helping you out.
Okay. And it's at what? A -6?
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. We'll see if we can do it.
Maybe
I just want to see.
powers travel through dark matter better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just helping you.
We're gonna find out. Yeah. Right.
Negative
-2.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. Go after him. I mean, what the fuck are we gonna do? Let it escape? That's the whole. issue
We have no. We can't on maneuvering jets.
Okay. Well, then we're fucked. I mean, what are we gonna do about it? So, are you guys with me or not? Because we're
You got
getting
about
on that fucking shit.
you got about
or
probably like 20 minutes left on Arthur's repairs.
we can
We can
attempt to
track
go.
the trajectory and try to get it later.
Yeah. Is there any way that we can submit the trajectory data to ILAR Defense Force or have it intercepted by
Sure.
ILAR or
Sure.
Astra Unum? Yeah. So we just send the data and just let them know, like, high probability of, extremely dangerous, proceed with caution.
They will take your
Definitely.
people over and make them zombies.
Definitely.
Okay.
That would be an electronics roll. Send a signal.
Somebody else want to make that?
Currently, Arthur and Clint are both busy making repairs right now. So it is between Asp and Spencer.
Do you even have electronics, Aston?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not supporting.
I have it at 4. So
Not supporting you.
okay.
Nope. Aston at this point is sitting there. He has given up at this shit.
So you send the
Well, I'm
signal
gonna
out, but you
spend a penny
you
because
try
I
to beam it
completely
to.
failed.
Okay. All right.
Even worse. I completely sent it now.
So you start typing away on the console to send the signal out, and when you start typing away, Clint, you're making repairs on the bridge controls right now, and it just sends a jolt down through you because you're down there working with exposed wires, making repairs on the.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So you'll take. It's working with electrical stuff. I don't think fatigue is appropriate here. I think actual wounds are appropriate. So,
Why didn't I not
make a
lag
vigor roll.
out, tag out?
Make a vigor roll. If it's successful, then it's fatigue. If it's a failure, it's wounds.
I
Yep.
will
You gonna re-roll it?
soak that. Benny to
You can
soak
try.
it?
Yeah, you can try to soak it.
I mean, we're gonna spend the Benny. I might as well try to.
Yeah. Sure.
Not have it, and that's just another vigor roll.
That's it. Sure.
Okay.
There you go. So you feel the jolt at just the last moment, and like you drop your tools and like dart back, and like your hand seize up, but like the rest of you just kind of like falls back the last moment, and like every fiber of your being just like you know who it was. The only person typing away at the same in the same vicinity of you is Spencer.
Whoops.
I know, angry. It's so hard to narrate things sometimes, but I'm doing the best I can. So,
Well,
Flowers at them. And waits till he steps back a little bit before he goes back under.
Shit. Well, we're fucked. Okay. I'm like, look. I think our best chance is to board the ship. We know exactly where he is. We can do what we can. Give it one shot. If it doesn't work,
I'm about to send in the
we blow
ninjas
the ship.
myself because I'm tired of talking.
Yeah, we can blow the ship.
I would still like to get propulsions and controls back.
Yeah, I
before
mean, we could just speed up
put
time
anything
and
next to us.
we could just speed up time and say you guys are deliberating and like you guys make the repairs, right? So,
I'm
how about
totally
we
okay
just say you
swapping
guys deliberate over it, and we'll take a 2-minute stream break, right? No one leave. Angry mob. Nice. He's like, the GM literally asked for it. So we'll take a 2-minute stream break, and you guys think about it and talk about it, and you guys will hopefully come back with a plan, and we'll see where it goes from there. And so we'll be right back.